Hey, what's up guys? Will here for GSM Arena. The brand new Android 11 has just come out for select devices, the Pixel phones. So what's new? Let's check out Android 11's key new features. As we've come to expect by now, the new version of Android is rolling out first on Google's Pixel phones. The beta is available across some other devices, but the stable version is Pixel only for now. So what's changed? Well, for starters, Android 11 UI should be even more fluid and responsive, thanks to some fine-tuning and optimization behind the scenes. Some of the most visible changes you'll find in the UI have to do with messaging. Rather than being thrown together with the rest of your notifications, alerts from messaging apps now have a dedicated space called Conversations, which makes it easier to see them at a glance. Plus, there's now system-wide support for floating bubbles for your chat conversations, sort of like chat heads from Facebook's Messenger app. So no matter which service you use to communicate with, multitasking is a breeze. And you'll be able to express yourself in all kinds of new ways thanks to new emojis. Android 11 supports the new Emoji 13.0 set, which includes things like man in tuxedo and beaver. Another handy new feature is screen recording. Regardless of which manufacturer's UI you're using, you'll find a quick toggle which will let you capture what's going on the fly. Plus, media playback has seen some refinements on Android 11. It's much cleaner, especially when you have multiple things open at the same time. Playback controls are now located above notifications, and rather than having a separate panel for each media app, there's a carousel that you can swipe through. Here you can also easily change the output device as well, to choose which connected device is the active one. Speaking of external devices, some people use their phones to control a lot of things around the house. With Android 11, long pressing the power button now opens a dedicated space for smart connections. In some ways it's quite convenient, though if you don't use smart devices, it's another thing to get through when turning off your phone. Some of Android 11's new features have to do with what's currently trending in the smartphone world, like 5G. Android 11 brings more tools for developers to take better advantage of those faster network speeds and lower latency. Another hot feature these days is a high refresh rate display, and Android 11 helps with that by supporting variable refresh rates. Individual apps and games can set a preferred frame rate, which the OS will adjust to in order to save energy. There's more support now for displays with extremely curved edges too. With Android 11, apps can make better use of the screen real estate around and on the edges. And foldable devices get some love, with the ability to track the hinge angle to enable extra app features and display modes. Android 11 also includes quite a few changes as to how privacy is handled on your device. These include one-time permissions. You can choose to grant an app access just once, which is useful if you don't use that app very often. And if you haven't used an app for a long period of time, its permissions will auto-reset, so you won't have an app you've forgotten about enjoying permissions you gave it back in the day. Location information now requires multiple levels of permission too, so apps in the background won't access or track your location unless you want them to. And now there's something called scoped storage. Basically, each app now has a separate folder for its data rather than using a shared one. This limits the access that an app has to potentially private storage space. In addition, you can now pin apps inside the share menu. This way, the apps you frequently share files to are always there, and not overrun by unrelated items. And finally, Google has expanded the number of updatable modules within Google Play. This means that you'll get more security and privacy-related updates through the Play Store. So there you have it guys. Android 11 isn't really a drastic change coming from Android 10. The most obvious benefits come from the message bubble support and the conversation space. The rest of the things are nice to have though, adding better security, connectivity, and enabling developers to take advantage of new smartphone tech. It will take some time for most of us to get our hands on Android 11 though. It's only on Pixels for now, and even people with Android 1 phones will have to wait a while. So what do you guys think of Android's new features? Let us know down below, and I'll see you on the next one.